Yo, what's up? This is Pharcyde TV with my co-host Jeremy Scipio.
What's going on, people?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we back at it again with a very special guest,
What's up? What's up?
Mr. Continental T over there soaking up game as the Be Real conversation was going down.
Yeah, I'm just, what I'm saying, here in
Oh,
the side conversation
no, this is my guy, man. We talk like this all the time. He know.
all the time.
All the time. That's what we
That
talk
was my
about.
type of conversation.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you, it's like, it's a trip because I get to know both sides of like comedians and artists and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
sometimes I just think to myself and I'm like, damn, I wish people's fans could just really see that other side of them. Like,
Like
but
that
then,
the personal side.
but the part that I kind of think is, I won't say genius in people, but the part that I get to know in people that I think that people's fans, it will blow their minds that there's that other layer to them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hmm.
absolutely.
But then at the
No, I
same
feel you.
time, I guess it ain't for everybody. You know
I
what
was
I
just
Oh,
mean?
about to say that it's a certain level of personal, space that is given to certain people because there's so much already given in our art. So it's like when we give other, that's so much more love, for any person that's giving out any type of art, you know.
Yeah. And then
hmm
sometimes I got a little saying where I say the difference between two T-O and then two T-O-O is that extra O. And that extra O is everything. You know what I'm saying? That
Ooh, I
extra
like that.
that extra O is everything. It seems very small, but that extra O, the definition, every single thing. But anyway, man, what city are
No,
you
I
from?
see where you're taking it. I see where you're taking it. What are you saying? What are you
I
saying?
said, what city are you from?
I was born in Texas, but then I was raised like up north and just all
Okay.
around. Yeah, I spent like the last before COVID hit. I was in living in Europe for almost like 7 years on and off. You know,
Where were you at?
in Paris.
Hey. Nah, man,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun times in Paris, man.
Oh yeah, it's my place. It's my
I
home.
I, I think the thing that people don't get, Paris is the hood like a mug. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, you go to the 18th district, it really get a little hood. The only thing that for me, because I'm actually from the hood, is different in Paris is it's hard for them to get guns. So like honestly, you're gonna get a fair one out there. But somebody may swipe you. Somebody may swipe or swipe you. That may
Yeah.
be
That's
it.
funny.
You may get swiped up, but it's hard for them to, get their own little
Yeah,
guns out
nah.
there.
Yeah, nah, they
Mm.
serious about that. But then I mean, I'm just saying in terms of just like ethnic groups, hella
Oh
clicked
man,
up.
it's mad African people out there. It's so
Yeah.
deep, and it's heavily respected. It's the craziest thing you'll see. You'll see a dude speaking African, and then he'll go start speaking in French, and they're like, "Oh, mais blanche." Like, bro, it just happened here, bro. Hey, parlez-vous? No, G. You gotta run that back. You can't just flip between how you what tribe you from? I am from
Yeah.
Ghana. Like shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
it
Tell us
can get a
about
little
your
ghetto
name.
out
Oh,
there.
sorry. My fault.
What'd you say?
I was like, yeah, tell us about how you got the name Continental T.
I mean, shoot, that was pretty much the ladder right there. That was segue perfect. Spend all of those years out in another country traveling. I signed my deal out in Paris with Sony initially, and then from there they had me in 117 different countries. So that just took it all around to Continental. Initially, it was just Truth. Everyone would call me Truth, and then short story, I got into an issue with Drake at the beginning of my career, and then we had to Continental tee it down so we can get away from legal issues.
Mm.
Mm,
See,
long story short.
that was
Hey,
a good one.
nah, it happens. It happens for real. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? No, nobody's immune. Rather, I put it that way. So when was
Nah,
the
nah.
first time? When was the first time you heard hip hop, and what was the song?
Oh, that's a great question. I haven't heard that one in a while. My pops always
Mm.
make fun of that. He always takes it from Brown Sugar. You're like when they ask when was the first time you heard hip hop? Oh,
Yeah.
word. Yeah, you gonna ask me that? Shoot. Dang, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was the
Dang.
whole
So
movie was
yeah.
about. That's funny.
Literally, my pops love that question too. My first time I heard hip hop. Yeah. I mean, when I was 3, I wanted a Walkman. That's all I wanted for Christmas. I think I had 3. That was like, sheesh, 32 years ago. So when I was 3, I'm thinking, damn, I couldn't even tell you what I was listening to. Like the
Nah, the
first,
first memorable
oh,
memory,
the first memorable.
yeah, memory that you have of hip hop and the song.
Mm, damn, it's one of Pac's songs for sure.
Okay.
It's one of Pac's songs for sure. I know that for sure. Then it kind of like, yeah, it's one of Pac's songs. I don't want to say it ain't. I ain't mad at you
Mm-hmm.
or California Love. You know, I was just young at that time. I wouldn't even say shit. It wouldn't even be Pac though. Hell no, it'd have been Run DMC. I heard Run DMC first. No, LL Cool J is hard as hell. Now you got me going through this whole brain of mine, trying to get back to that first one and just really, I gotta never forget this answer too. The first hip hop song, I want to give it to, I guess it would have to, oh, that's why I'm thinking of Pac, because Humpty Dump, bro. Let's do the Humpty Dump. That's 94, 93. Yeah, 94,
Yeah,
93, right? Yeah, it's all right, man.
yeah.
Shoot. When I was around like, yeah, 5 or so, I wanted that Walkman. So I give it to Pac and Humpty Dump. Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna let it ride on that.
That's
All
funny.
right. We never had that before, but hey man, comes in all shapes, sizes, colors, whatever.
I
I
mean,
mean,
what was your
that's
first song? What was your first hip hop song you remember?
You know what, man? Yeah, I'd probably have to say Sucker MC,
Okay,
Run
damn.
DMC, and really seeing some dudes rap, but they're fashion. Like they were the Pharrells of like so what Pharrell is today, they were the ambassador to Adidas.
Oh,
Like
damn, somebody had to go.
and on MTV, you know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? It's like
mm-hmm,
shoot, I say they were probably the only rap video playing. You know what I'm saying? And
mm,
I'm talking like 82. I'm talking
mm.
like 82. It was
Dang.
the two people I can remember on MTV in 82 for sure. The Police. Well, I'll say black people, Michael Jackson and Run DMC. That was the, you know.
Well, that's what I'm
Mm.
saying. Like, I didn't want to just, you was asking about hip hop, because like
Yeah.
hip hop, it goes into a whole nother spectrum. Because like, you know, thinking about Special Ed and the first time I heard him, or thinking about the first time I heard Ron, like all of that, you know, that that's a whole period of time. It's kind of hard to just be like, oh, it was the one song I remember hearing first. If you ask me the first concert I went to, I can tell you that. You know, that was Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bone Thugs
Uh-huh.
and Harmony. That was wild. They
Yeah, I
had
think
bones.
me.
They had skeletons and stuff on stage and shit. Boom, 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 boom. They coming out and you're just like, as a kid, I'm only 5, and then I got to be backstage too, so
Oh
I got to see
wow.
them from both sides of it, and that was literally just like ridiculous, you know. So like the first, you know, impressions of hearing music, it definitely was more so the lines of Michael Jackson, because my whole family from Gary,
Mm.
so. Michael Jackson definitely was like the first thing I think most of us heard. I guess Michael Jackson hip hop. I heard he crippin'.
I mean, he got some hip hop songs for sure. I mean, you know, you got Jam. You know, what I
Oh,
mean, that's probably
Jam
one
was,
of the
yeah,
first.
Jam was actually really a
That's hip.
fire
That's
one.
hip hop. You can't call it nothing but hip hop.
Heavy D, damn,
Heavy D,
Heavy
yeah,
D,
Heavy D, yeah.
damn, he took me back.
I was thinking. I'm thinking about. You know, it's funny. We ask this question every week, and I don't know if like my answer keep changing. But I'd say I know the first hip hop thing I owned was MC Hammer the tape. You know what I mean? That was my first
But
one for sure.
You said what was your first one? The AirPod took out.
MC Hammer.
Oh
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
shit!
For sure, for sure, for sure. That's the first thing that was like mine that was hip hop that I had that I
But
owned.
then did we hear Ice Ice Baby at the same like month?
No, I think Hammer came out a little later for sure. But
They did share
you
the same
know,
management
You want
though.
something to drink?
yeah. They both worked directly with Suge Knight as well.
Oh, I know that. Suge Knight who brought me to California.
That's right. Yeah, he told me that.
Yeah,
Yeah. uh, okay. What did you think of the Andre 3000 album?
What did I think? I'm so connected to people. I'm trying to think what to say.
Oh, yeah. You gotta,
What
yeah.
I thought about the album was it was an experiment, and it
Yes,
went well for him because he
definitely.
was happy about it. Because if I go make an album right now and I tell y'all we're playing, hey, you come by the studio, we playing flutes and stuff today. I don't want to hear no extra chatter. And I get into that zone, then I'm gonna be mad too. Like I'll be like, yo, how am I not gonna enjoy it? But in the same other sense of it, and I know he knows this too, it has this like ideal of like elevator music, son. Like it gets to me.
Of course.
And it's just like I feel like I said, it's an experiment within music, but as far as the actual consistency, it's trying to like find the path. I feel like you got to play it a few times back to back to even just understand like the direction he's going to and where he's maybe even pulling from. Because it's a lot. It's a lot of information musically too.
Mhm.
That's why I say it's like an experiment, just like throwing in shit. Like, all right, hey, throw in that guitar. Hey, bring the banjo in there from the back, bro. And he kind of just did that. Make some computer sounds. All right.
You know, I've definitely expressed my opinion on here, but I just keep it brief. Um, I felt like this was he's a true artist. It was a true artist troll album. And
You
I
said
would
True
say,
Artist Troll album?
yes. And I would say, well, make me officially, because you don't know, it's like you can't tell if he is messing with you or if he isn't. But I say the proof is my final proof was the song titles. He was wild. The song titles, I was like, okay, you trolling for sure.
You about to make me turn around and pull up daggone song titles, because what you talk about?
Oh, hold on, man. I got you. Yeah, he
I
the
was like,
song titles was
I'm
like
about to say, hold up.
one was yeah, the slang word for pussy is the best word ever in the world or something like that. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They
But
don't
I'm
even
not gonna
fit.
lie, bro. If you've ever like been to his studio session, like one of his main mixing engineers, the one who mixed my last French album. So I known this
Okay.
nigga for years, bro. He mixed
Okay.
Hey all that stuff. I think he mixed that, so I ain't gonna even say that.
But hey, y'all, you get it. You know what I'm saying? We get that. You know what I'm saying?
We get that. We
Song
also got Pink
song
and Blue.
titles.
Like he had
Look.
Pink and Blue on that album. He had so
This
many like weird sounding stuff. I thought he was gonna do that again.
this let me tell you the title of track one, sir. The title of track one is I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is
Oh yeah.
literally the way the wind blew me this time. That's track one.
I want to make a long ass track title like that.
So that's trolling. That is trolling. I'm sorry. You can call it art, which is great. It's definitely, but okay, let me read another one for you. Track three is called That Night in Hawaii When I Turned Into a Panther and Started Making These Low Register Purring Tones That I Couldn't
Oh, I saw
Control.
that one.
Shit was wild. That is the name of track three.
He sounds like he's on acid, bro. It sounds like an acid trip. It sounds like an acid trip. That's the only way I can tell it to you. Andre's album sound like, yo, I need to get on acid and shrooms and just sit still in a dark room.
Look, let me tell you another thing. The times, right? The longest track is 13 minutes and 5 seconds
I
long.
saw that. I didn't listen to it all, but I definitely saw
Of course you didn't.
it.
And the next track is 3 minutes and 49 seconds long, and it's called 93 Till Infinity and Beyonce. Come on, man.
And Beyonce, I thought that was funny because he was trying to make a play off of 93 to Infinity. And then, yeah.
I love Andre 3000. Better than that, I love a good troll. So in that way, I love his album. This dude's hilarious.
Well, again, back to what I said, an experiment. We'll see how it plays out.
But give him credit, man. You guys are forgetting the part.
What part?
Which part?
He was to the standard that everyone thinks of when they come to an artist having a comeback album, touring, you know, just an artist reinventing himself. Dude, he did to the music industry what Cat Williams did to the comedy industry back in 2023. Dude, he shook the whole thing up. I read last week that he has a tour coming up, and dude, that tour is going to be so sold out. He's not going to be doing stadiums.
He's not going to ever be able to conform when it comes to getting a tour set up for him, because honestly, they beg him every year to do a tour. The biggest thing is that when we talk about the reception and people actually retaining the information that came off that album, the album not even selling enough for us to say that we're going to be touring the album. He's probably still going to be singing Hey Ya and Pretty Pink, Baby Blue and stuff like that, because it's going to be hard to create unless they're going to do a small conformative show where it's like 300 to 1,000 people, a little type of thing.
That's exactly, that is a.
I mean, he could do that. He could do that without the album.
I bet money he can't remember these songs by heart. I bet you money. I bet money. I bet money. You're gonna get.
He knows the songs, but he's not.
Did you listen to the album?
I listened to that. I listened to the album.
He never played the same note twice. What are you talking about? He's no way he knows these songs.
I think he's doing something totally. Dude,
he played a flute into a microphone and hit send. That's what he did.
Then he like his note changes, his progressions, they don't add up. Everything's a flip of the other invert. And then like he would be and then be, but not like that though.
Nah, man. Come on, man. So sorry, don't make me feel like I'm don't make me feel like I'm light years like I went into light space in my little Star Wars spaceship and I just zoomed past you guys and just left streams of light. Come on, man. Give a man credit.
I did. I said it's an experiment. I didn't say it was a bad one.
Dude, he flipped the game, dude. He flipped the game. He was selling.
Go ahead.
No, he was selling more than rappers, man.
Yeah, he sold a troll album. That's what happens. Just like I was gonna say, just like Cat Williams, like you said, that was a great comparison. That wasn't a comedy special. He just destroyed niggas for like 3 hours. So yeah, that's trolling. That's what trolling is. Is when you offer this and you give them that.
And you give them that, like what? I'm not lying. Like, I mean, I respect the music because, like I say, like to be able to create and continue to create until we freaking leave this planet is the dream for all of us. But we have, and if that's what he's feeling, then I can't hate his feeling. Because like I said, Jeremy, in 10 years, you may pull up to the studio and I'm up in here.
Hey, man. I support it.
I'm making
I support it, man.
Y'all make me go.
No, I'm gonna need a skit.
I got an album coming out, gonna be me blowing into a fan. Hey, how did you like to see me? Y'all gonna be like, yo, where the jokes at? I'm like, I'm telling you, these are the jokes, man. Joke one.
You say that as a joke to be funny, but that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Let's go, man. Let's record it. I ain't scared. Let's go.
Hey, man. Why do I feel like the only person in the room that can see the ghost, man? I'm like, man, dude, the dude was genius. He pulled it off. He made it happen.
I respect it. It's not bad. This is all good. You know, the song titles is the giveaway. If he wouldn't have named them that and then kept it like a moderate length, then I'd be like,
boom. But instead,
He made it. He wanted you to laugh at that. You can't. He
can't
didn't.
not laugh at that. Kind of sounds like a troll. Me too.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a rap album, but that but is so sincere.
Hey,
I swear, I really wanted to.
This will be enough to cover
Oh, I see what you're saying.
the bottom of this. Yeah,
It's cool.
so should we make 2? Okay, do you have any other meat? Because I just bought chicken.
All good.
Any
Now,
other meat?
there should be some more down there, but it's probably frozen.
Chicken
He's a
or
personal chef.
goddamn. Who the fuck? Girl, how the fuck is y'all? I know y'all said, but goddamn.
I'm so sorry, guys.
hey, man. Slink got up and made a sandwich, man.
Hey man, it's cool, man.
If it's cool, man.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, you got the luxury. Like you got a personal chef. You know what I mean? You got to. This is luxury.
I'm not a chef.
She said, I am not a chef. You heard me. I can't do it. I'm about to eat it.
Hi, I'm here. Hello.
Hey girl, how you doing?
She's like,
We gonna have her on soon too.
He look like Jim.
that is Jeremy. Hey, you got a clone? You got
Hey,
a clone?
I'm glad you said it looked like Jeremy as opposed. Yeah, thank you. I thank you.
Somebody else.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny? She started dogging you real bad.
Nah, but at least she treated me like the celebrity in the scenarios. It's like Jeremy look like that nigga.
Oh, okay, I see.
Now we gonna have you on soon, Keita. We can do that too.
Yeah. So what else we chatting about tonight?
What's your favorite medium to consume music?
You said what?
What's your favorite medium to consume music? Like, how do you listen to new music?
Yeah, how do I listen to it? Well, I mean, it's a few different ways.
I don't know how it's gonna work. Do I need
Listen,
a
on the
hammer
other side.
and some goddamn a needle?
I would say as far as like how do I get to new music? It honestly gets to me. I literally it's been so many years I've been in this whole industry where it's like I had to find people that I know that are intuitive to hearing new music and things like that. And I try to be aware of that and bring them around. So I'm like, hey, come around. So tell me what you've been listening to. Well, I get them to play it. And I get it, going when it's fresh. I love to hear music when it's fresh. Like Thursday, like you can bet your bottom dollar I am listening for whatever is dropping. You know what I mean? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I've ever heard anybody say that they got their favorite medium to consume music was word of mouth. That's actually interesting.
Yeah,
That's
because
actually pretty good though.
it came up through music where, like, for me, like I was 4 years old and Suge and them got me. So I was here in the backstage studios with all these different people, from people like Shanice. I like your smile. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you who I heard first and stuff like that because I've seen so much. And then we talk about like how you get music. Well, one thing that I learned through these 20 years in this industry is that the people in the industry and around the people in it, we're hearing everything before y'all. Every regular person hears it. Like I'm listening. Like, shoot, if you come by my house, we playing the new Kanye album. I got that right now, and it ain't even out. You feel? It's just trying to be ahead of it because we're trying to create too. So as a creator, I have to hear it the freshest, like sure for sure.
Yeah. All right, that's a new one.
Word of mouth, yeah, word of mouth.
Yeah.
What do y'all normally hear? What do people normally say? They go online or Twitter?
I mean, if I say the favorite one tends to be records, like just in general. But I would say nowadays the number one answer would probably be Spotify.
Then Tidal.
Yeah.
I mean, titles will pay me the most.
I mean, a streaming service, yeah, they pay the most.
Drop it. They had the album 2 days before every other platform did. I don't mess with Spotify because I came in the game before Spotify, so all my fans is on Tidal and iTunes. So it's all cool. We gonna Tell Spotify this shit though. We're gonna show these kids some love because I know what it is. I totally get it.
All right. So real quick, I want to get your comments on so and if and you can decline if you need to be on this one. But Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, had some comments on Drake recently. This to sum it up, the shortest version, he said he said Drake's music was shopping. Yeah, pop music. He said shopping with an edge. I would like to know your
I thought the cutest part that he added to it. I love the detail. Shopping with an ad. That was like, yo, I was like, who is that? Is that somebody in Forever 21? Or is that the person in like what is that? What is that store called? Spencer's. Is that the person in Spencer's?
Yeah, of course.
Person inside of freaking JC Penney's, during the holidays, because you will hear that Drizzy pop off.
Yeah, she's wild. But yeah, do you consider Drake?
I talk about how I feel about Drake. Drake, did some little weirdo stuff a while ago. We will. Drake owe me $10 million. So you tell your baby daddy you pay me, you pay up. Which one of y'all paying?
Like I said, you allowed to decline.
He is not for real. It's not for real. So it's like it's definitely shopping with an edge because you're not hopping out and going to hit anybody in the head. You have 30 security guards. You never even had that opportunity in life to even get a chance to do it. So then it's just like listening to him rap, especially like when you hear him make songs about I'm a mob hitter and it's shopping with an edge. It's like, yeah, we got it. The white people like it. And, we're going to sell it because they're going to pick it up because he's still talking about hurting other Black people. And that's what we want to hear. Even though we know he has no conformity around any of it. We just want to hear it.
Man, you just got real. You just got real.
It's not. His music ain't real enough. The realest songs he ever wrote are about women. And even those are facetious. If you know some of these women, they tell you them joints is not even touching the mode of the actual relationship. But it's shopping with an edge. Back to that.
What Mount Rush?
I got some enough for two.
Oh, I'll tell her to pick up some more. No, I'll tell her to pick up some more.
Then it would be enough for two. You don't have celery and onion, do you?
Yo. She what?
There is onion in there, for sure. So, how did you feel about his comment that he had to say?
I think Mos Def took it too far when he said he wasn't hip hop. That's not true. Drake's hip hop.
You said that's not true?
Yeah, he's hip hop. You can't just because you don't like somebody's song selection, don't mean you can dismiss, their contribution to the genre. But he makes pop music as well. Pop is like the popular culture of music. So
obviously, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, back. And I think, most get into his whole, and me too, I get into that whole backpack theory of like listening to music back in the days. And if you talk about real hip hop, well, it's kind of ironic, something that I realized. I don't know, a lot of people don't realize this. I will give him homage for this. But, West Side Gun, producer, the conductor, he's the person that produced 8 a.m. in Charlotte. And so if you're trying to talk about real hip hop, well, there's a real hip hop producer right there who gave him 8 a.m. in Charlotte. And I think that's one of his newest joints. I will give you that. But it's still shopping edge.
Yeah, hey, I don't disagree.
You know what I'm saying? I can't go play Daddy for a bunch of white people, but I can go play Drake for a bunch of white people. I can play Drake for anybody. Anybody. So then that means that we can play his music on a big mall speaker and run that. That's what you can shop and play that joint that everybody's going to agree to it. Not everybody's going to be accepting to, even if the stories aren't real, he's speaking about things in a hip hop nature. And not a lot of people want to hear that from somebody that sounds in a different way, you know. And he's kind of a way to pave it up for people to be able to accept it, even.
Well, all right. I heard that. I heard that. Tell me this: what Mount Rushmore would you like to be a part of?
Which one would I like to be a part of?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, who would I like? Who
As
would
far
be
as artists, as far as artists are concerned.
like? As far as artists.
So if it was 4 people,
I know. I see.
You could be the 5th man.
I'm diving into it. Michael Jackson, off the rip. Prince, Jay-Z, and then
well, you would be the 4th, technically.
I would be the 4th.
Yeah, it's the would you be a part of?
Actually, now I'm gonna do Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, me, and then Kurt Cobain.
Okay. All right.
Because that rock music was still rap, but it was rock. Because he was like, yeah, it's a lot.
Nah, I ain't mad at that.
Right.
What's your favorite hip hop movie?
My favorite hip hop movie?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we was almost talking about. I mean, Brown Sugar was fire, bro.
I'll show you.
Brown Sugar, yeah, hell yeah. It literally was about like hip hop. What would you say? Like, what do you mean? Like, there's other movies like what would you say? Like the NWA movie is.
I mean, any answer except I think ironically, I think the number one answer tend to be in between Beat Street, Wild Style, and surprisingly Belly. I heard a lot of people say Belly.
We might be talking about westerns with him.
Okay. I didn't go back. I lost my origins. I'm so sorry.
No, legit. Like we accept all answers. No, we talk about
we heard
like,
Drumline.
You say, yeah, Drumline. You can say House Party. You know what I mean? Like, I think Brown Sugar counts. Yeah.
Yo, that's giving Nicholas too much. I thought we let him be a comic, and that's where we stop.
Petey Pablo, he was at the Petey Pablo, man. You saying Petey Pablo ain't hip hop? Petey Pablo shopping with an edge? I was like,
hey,
he actually did a lot back in the day, like shopping with an edge style. Because you know what, shopping with an edge was totally different then, but it was commercialized in a certain way. You got someone that, like, Petey Pablo, if you remember, Timberland was producing it. So he had a segue to be able to put any of the music on any type of, Swinging Like a Helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he have another record?
Song? Let me see, what was his second record? But it didn't do it.
He had another.
I always say, if you got to go, oh, what was the other one? That means it didn't count. But in this case, for context of conversation.
So I feel like Little John did it.
Little John did what? Petey Pablo?
Little John and Petey Pablo did a record.
Oh, you tripping.
All right.
Now you're giving this man too much credit, man. Look,
now you're gonna make me look.
Freakin' Leak. That's right. Freakin' Leak.
I win.
That was it.
I win.
That was huge.
I wasn't good.
After that, we're done.
Like, hold up, bro. No, they did one. And that shit was fun.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That was huge. Yeah.
That was it though.
Okay. Yeah, but hey, P did his thing.
Shit.
So Drumline's your final answer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, Brown Sugar is my final. Brown Sugar is my final answer.
So when you were in junior high school, middle school, what was your soundtrack?
What was I listening to? Junior high. Damn, junior high. Sheesh. Junior high. That was right before I left. I was just about to leave Texas. So, like, junior high, all I listened to was like Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, 50. Oh yeah, 50 had just dropped. Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was so crazy. And then like Green Day and Nirvana, like a lot of rock stuff. And I'll still play Michael Jackson. Joe. Oh, Joe. Now you get me to the R&B. You got me on the hip hop mind. Joe, Next. Oh, man, everybody that came out of Death. Like it was a whole little wave of music. Shit, Little John, Freak the League. That shit literally came out around that time too. John carried a lot of people through school. That shit was wild. I don't think niggas remember that shit. That's how you had that girl dancing on you, boy. You thank Lil Jon for that?
Hey, facts though. Yeah, you're right though. His contributions, man.
Dance and shit. The girl I went to the 8th grade dance with is the woman who gave me my first daughter. And she was doing the freaking leap. I was like,
no wonder, Petey.
I swear, everybody thought they knew how to dance. Nobody really knew how to dance until we like knew how to dance. If that makes any sense. Like niggas got beat, but who the hell be? You know what I'm saying? That music, yeah, we had more party music, but good party music though. Like we did, even in the 90s though. But yeah, I would say that like J, Ho, Ho, Mobb Deep, mix it between the R&B stuff and some oldies for sure. Like in high school though, it was more so like I was listening to the 60s and 70s because I was studying and I was digging a lot, trying to just build up my beats, and I was sampling at the first beginning before I started doing anything. So that's like high school. It was just that's all I was doing. It's like listening to samples and then making music. Like shit, the newest shit I heard was me. Yeah.
Well, what's your creative process?
Well, as far as just creating music or just, I mean, it's a bunch of, as you know, tequila, big blunts back to back, and great energy. It's a blessing to somehow play some of these instruments and stuff, and to be able to make music. It comes more so as a therapeutic thing. So it's like, shit, I could be super upset and I'm about to make the greatest record in the world. Or I could be super happy and I'm about to make the greatest one. I can't ever do the in-between though. If I'm on the in-between, there's no creative process. I don't know how that is for you. Like it's sometimes when you're happy and then you're really happy, but like regular happy sometimes don't make me want to write about shit. I don't know how.
No, I agree. Extreme emotions. That's me. Like it got to be one scale or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I like how you said it. It has to be emotions or they don't have a definitive purpose. Like,
like if I don't feel strongly about it, then the result isn't strong. You know what I mean? But if it's something I'm passionate about, you could tell, like in every word I say. I found myself saying I love and I hate at the beginning of stuff, and it tends to be the same thing. Like I'll be like, man, it's kind of like you, man, yeah, I love like man, I hate Drake, right? I'll be like, man, I love some Drake. You know what I mean? Something like that. It's like, I'm about to say, like, man, I love some Drake, man. It's like shopping with an edge. You know what I mean? Like you can hear it. You can still hear it. You can still hear it without me changing. Like I'm changing the key word, but you still hear the same. But that's because both emotions are extreme,
Nah, it's the same feeling. I can't create in the in-between line like that. It's an imbalance for me. And that is the most extraordinary emotion always is gonna win. Definitely. You're on top. Like whether it's the saddest or it's the happiest, those are the best ones. And people need to understand that shit. Like when you come to write things or even write music or any of it, write a joke, dog, do not search for something in that middle zone. That shit is like an abyss. I don't know what it is. You can write in it, but it just don't not the same. But you can practice in that middle zone, if you understand what I'm saying. Because when you get back to like that extreme happy or that extreme low, you're like, I was practicing in that middle point. I know how to attain that information.
Yeah.
What's your ultimate goal?
To help the world. Help the world. That was my biggest goal of life. Straight up.
Yeah, I know we have deep conversations about this though.
I,
So,
ain't no
but
ifs, buts about it. He know how I am.
yeah,
I open my
man,
arms and heart to everybody. I feed everybody. I show love to everybody. I want
this
everybody.
is this is facts, and you definitely one of the most like literally like the one of the best people at showing that. You know what I mean? Like I
I,
don't think
yeah, I'm
you know.
trying. I want us all to be though. That's the goal. When we all on that, just spreading love and staying humble and just giving without worrying about the receipts. I swear
Mhm.
everybody so much more happier than worrying about like, I did this for this person. When they gonna do something for me? Like if people just did stuff out of their kindness of their heart and just kept moving forward every time, you know how much more positive energy would resonate on this earth?
Mm. That's what Cat said because you know he has Cat Williams has if I'm not mistaken, I think he got 7 kids or 8 kids,
Mm.
and we had 7 kids, but I think 6 of them are adopted. And people just like, yo, why do you adopt so many kids? He's like, I just want to help the world. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and he treats them like they're his kids. You know, he's
It's
like, you know,
ironically, speak of that, I was just teaching my son about my grandmother, or my other grandmother, and how she was a Native American, but she actually adopted 17 kids and had
sheesh,
24 all together. And
sheesh.
she wasn't even trying to manipulate them on some nothing because she stayed on a farm, bro.
Mm,
She stayed on a farm. I'm
mm,
like, man, people that really just care about these innocent people that are on this earth, or, you can't hate people for what they don't know. And there's so many people out here that are unknown to what is the next day because of whatever life may have already given them. And so it's up to all of us that's still stuck in a good headspace to try to give some of that positivity to each other so we can keep moving, or otherwise we're just gonna do the same shit. We all gonna die out, and that's just the end of the story. What the hell?
mm.
you know?
We have a chat open. We got some people want to ask a couple questions. I say one was what does the future of hip hop look like, both musically and distribution?
No, that's really good.
Hmm.
I think the future of hip hop, I mean music in general, because it's all in the same slew of categories, it's all work. I feel
Mhm.
like it's just as much as it can digitize, they gonna digitize it. I don't know how to say, like, how can we do the marketing differently? Everything is going to be quick pace. I mean, but they already did that though. And then so that's like, all right, we cut the songs down to 1 minute and 30 for a lot of the new up and coming people and stuff like that. That's one of the things they did for hip hop, period. Little Pump
Mhm.
came that with Yachty and Tekka and a couple other young cats doing 2 minute songs. And I'm not even hating it. I'm like, cause you know what that 2 minute song does? It go over so
Over
fast
and over.
they want to play that shit back. So it's
Hmm.
like, how do you hate this idea? But then you
Hmm.
got like myself, J. Cole, all these other underground artists that are coming out. They'll drop a project, and we be dropping like mad knowledge on that shit, and we'll sell out 1,000,000 units and go all about our business. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
that they're promoting right now, I think that they're gonna keep doing this. I don't know how much shorter the songs are gonna get, but shit, they're gonna turn into 30 seconds. I think. And they gonna
Mm.
come 30-second song, bro.
What do you feel like about like music that's made like high art, like something like Childish Gambino's "This Is America"? You know, like do you think it'd be any more of that, or you think that's
Yeah,
like
has to be. It has to be the balance. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to a Childish Gambino or J. Cole or Kendrick or anybody that
that's the
is
balance?
synonymous at trying to be telling something intelligent, they don't even really want to project it, but they will do it for somewhat of a time because they know they can make money from it. But
Hmm.
the real stuff that they're promoting is the stuff that I'm talking about, like a Little Pump and stuff like that. But they,
Hmm.
they get back to it, but it's kind of
Good
hard.
shit.
They keep killing every freaking rapper and putting the rest of them in jail.
Mm.
But I don't know who's gonna drop an album that we're gonna want to listen to. I'm like, did y'all just monopolize this whole thing for Boy Boy? Because the only person
Mm.
left to listen to is Boy Boy. Like, who
Mm.
else drop an album that's gonna make everybody? Oh, I love Key Glock, but like, dang man, it's like that's not. top tier hip hop. You know what I mean? It's more
Mhm.
street hop and it's great music. But it's a difference between great hip hop music and hip hop music that is you can shop with an edge.
Yeah, you wild. I
You
mean,
did it too.
I was I was thinking of like that Uzi Vert song. I actually thought it was gonna do more damage than it did because I first of all, I didn't even know that was a song at all. I thought it was the commercial between the songs, you know, like no, I'm not even kidding. And it was like somebody like, yo, you heard the Uzi Vert song? I was like, nah, when does it start? And the song is only 2 minutes long. So I thought we was listening to a commercial till it. Then he was like, "No, I played it again. I'm hearing the noise in the background." I'm like, "Oh, that's him." And like, yeah.
He's like,
So
I just ready, yeah.
yeah, I thought that was the future. Honestly, I
But
thought that more people's gonna catch on.
30-second interval in real life that's getting played over and over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
why
you
I
got to
say
dance.
the timing is what takes it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm. What job gave you the best life experience?
There's only been one. Well, I mean, there was another one, but we can't talk about the other. But I mean, music, man. Making music has been the job I've had since I was 15 years old, 14 really. I was coming out to California, coming out here, making music. And yeah, bro. I remember selling my first 10 beats, making $2,000 when I was like 13. And I was just like, oh shoot, I can do with this, like for real, for real. And it was just off of word of mouth, because Suge and them would tell people about me back home in Texas. So everybody in Texas had to get with me. I had to go to everybody's studio. That's how me and Scarface became cool. Like I know that dude for over 10 years of my life,
Wow.
And he would just come to my house and listen to me make beats. And then he would play me some Kanye. And he'd be like, yo, I'll play him a beat, and he'll play me a beat Kanye ain't even drop. And he sampled the same thing. Y'all sampling the same thing. So everybody already knew that. So then when Jay-Z first heard me rap, he was like, you rapping like me. So then I had this whole thing I used to always say, like at Def Jam and stuff. I was like, yo, I've been watching The Throne since a kid. I said, Scarface said my beats sound like Ye. And we cut the same samples. And then Jay himself told my OG to tell Lil Truth to stop rapping like me. That was his exact words. Tell him to stop rapping like me. Because I wanted that ideal of his stories, man. Them things were just immaculate. Like the way they break down, man, the evils. Like if you ever heard Jay-Z, the evils, bro.
Of course.
That is a big goal. That is an art piece. Man, that's music. That's fucking music.
Yeah, when I first started looking into Illuminati stuff back when, when it first get hot, like 06, 07, whatever it was, that was one of the main songs they used as a reference. They were like, see, he is part of the Illuminati because of this song, The Evils of like, but that's how I learned that song back and forth.
I mean, I already dropped the Mason with Rick Ross to let niggas know what it really was. Told you
that song's hard.
He told y'all it's the 33rd. He on his 33rd level. He dropped the whole song called I'm a Mason. And like, y'all, everybody thinks a Mason is the Illuminati. They are two different entities.
It is. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He even said his wife is a black bird. Like, do your research on the Masons. Why you think your boy talking about owls all the time?
Facts. Wow.
And owls only see the sun at midnight. Like, all that shit, bro.
You know me, I'll go hard in that direction for real, but
and this up, like, let's run that back. What did he just say?
Your inspiration.
My inspiration?
Yeah.
Children. My children. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty simple. I mean, honestly, Jeremy's an inspiration. Honestly, the people I keep around me, my family, the kids, that's the inspiration. Like, oh man, how do I do something bigger to make them be like, oh shit, Con? Oh, we could take this ladder up. Like that's the next move. Like where can we take this ladder up? You know?
Which actually takes us to the next question, which is, can you please tell the people about your new album?
Oh, the new album is called Never Stop Dreaming. I call it NS. It's I was saying we was gonna, drop it real soon. I think we may add a couple weeks to it if that means anything to Jeremy, you know what I mean. But we're going through the whole little process because we're trying to get ready with the videos and stuff and been prepping it up. I took a whole year off last year. Like I just sat in this crib and did podcasts and shot different episodes for my cooking show, worked on writing my book. And then I just kept making new albums, over and over, And then to the point where they would all come over, Jeremy come over. I'm playing new albums all the time, So much. But then December came and I said, Jeremy had sent me over these skits for the new album and it was late. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to make a whole nother album. I was like, I'm going to do this in 7 days. I said, I'm going to take 3 days off and just straight produce some beats. No. And then I'll take the next 3 days to do nothing but write the music. And then we've been doing nothing but just, keeping up with the ideal of the mixing and everything like that, And this album is probably gonna be the best album because it's supposed to be an inspiration,
Yeah. As a listener, early listener of the album, I would say I was definitely impressed. It's just funny because like certain things just hit me. I don't even like necessarily choose music I like. It's just like, I just want to play it in the car on a drive. That's it. Like that's in my mind. And I feel like that album. Yeah. I feel like that album that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need to play this in the car. I mean, that's the main thing I said to you. Like, I can't wait. Like, it don't even matter that I'm part of it. I know you. I'm like, yo, can I just listen to it on a drive, bro? That's it. That's how I feel. But
no, that's the other thing too. You're probably about to have the album before everybody for a couple of weeks, honestly. Because like once we go into the for everything, because I want you to be for the video, so you gotta know this shit. Like you're on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, man. Like I
try to do like some more like. I was gonna tell you to come over for another session and maybe try to do some more like theatrics throughout the album. Maybe like on like at the beginning of a song or like the ending of another song. But we'll see.
Whatever you want, man. I got you.
Never Stop Drinking. Coming soon. It's got every genre in the world on it. I would say it's more heavily hip hop based, but it's fire, bro. It's fire.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Your most iconic moment.
My most iconic moment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deal. Yeah. Nah, because the deal was crazy. Getting my mama a house. Helping my mom keep her house. Yeah, that was pretty sick. That was pretty sick.
What's the best? Oh, go ahead. So, go ahead.
No, what are you saying?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna ask another question, but if you want to elaborate more, go ahead.
My brain just started going through the whole rap, the rebel of all of it. Just like, oh shit, man, so much stuff. Most iconic moment. Yeah, I just started with the first one. Like when I got signed, that shit changed my life for sure.
What's the best advice anyone's ever given?
If I hate that I got signed, I'm like, well, who was your lawyer?
Oh, wow.
My deal still sucks, though. Don't get me wrong. My deal still sucks, but it doesn't suck. It's a difference. It's details.
What's the best advice anyone's ever given you?
Never give up. Never stop dreaming. Pretty much the same thing. Never give up.
What would your biopic be called?
What would my what?
What would your biopic?
Like my biopic be called?
Yeah.
Continental. Because it's Continental everything.
Who would play you?
You say what?
Who would play you?
Who would play me?
Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Why?
Yo, that answer. My homies will love that answer because they know how I feel about this whole Chris Brown debacle conversation. Is he better than Michael Jackson or not? What do y'all think? Yeah, let me ask y'all. Y'all think Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson?
You want that one? Oh, you got to drink it first.
I'll let you go, Jeremy.
I mean, I think he could have been. But you know.
Oh, could have been records? You just could have been records, Chris Brown.
Yeah, he could have been. Chris Brown had all the potential to, and he was too focused on being a rapper.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was too focused on being hood. He wanted to prove. I don't know. I almost call it a light.
That too. I hate that. I hate that.
It's a light skin complex to want to be tougher than you are.
Not that light though, right?
But you don't ever have to be. You know what I mean? Be you. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the potential, and I think he just, you know, huh?
You think he messed up his market?
I don't think he messed it up. I feel like the Chris Brown we're witnessing is a fallen angel. Like this, some people, when you so great, when you fall, this is where it's like Kanye. Like Kanye, we watched him fall, and where he's at is still great, but you know, it's like he still failed. You know what I mean? Chris Brown, he just was so good, so ahead that he fell into who he is. But I feel like he still put out pop records, and the pop records he put out is like, I think he just do that for the money.
I had with Uzo the other night. I telling him, I'm like, gee, no, I wasn't even comparing him to Michael, bro. I compared him to Justin Timberlake, G.
No, that's more realistic.
Timberlake. I said Justin Timberlake to me is better than Chris Brown. He lost his mind in this beat. I swear. I was just like, Justin.
I have to hear it. I don't know.
Group of 5 dudes and sold over almost 100 million records, and then went and did that shit on his own. And then the same person that signed him and his band, who he signed? Chris Brown. I'm like, the formula was already there for pop music. And then when you look at Brown's catalog for his biggest records, think about it. The biggest record he had was No Air, dude.
No Air, yeah. Was that's the biggest? That's bigger than Forever?
The biggest, one of the biggest. Hearts All Over the World.
Hearts All Over the World, that's gotta be huge, man. Oh, yeah. Forever gotta be huge, and I don't even like that song.
That's a nice one. He got some good.
All the pop
one, though, only one he did on his own though. But he didn't write it, and that was my biggest thing. I was like, Justin is writing his shit.
I don't think you want to play that game. Not with Justin.
I do. You know, I want to play that game.
We have to look. Come on, like you really think Justin's sitting down writing all his stuff?
Details. It come to because see, for me, I can go log into something to see the whole score edits for people, like not like how everybody else can do it. But you know, I saw that doing it on Spotify. They are bringing it down because I gave freaking Ramon a credit for some BS, bro, and they gave him the credit line on Spotify. I could see that shit. So I mean, you can go over there and look at it, but I'm telling you, the only time Wokey.
I hear you.
The only
I hear you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're making a case here.
Justin, not the only time. Justin be writing with 2 other people for sure. But we talking about a nigga creating a whole thing on his own. Meanwhile, Chris Brown, his records that he wrote on his own is him trying to be this personified Pyru gangster.
Yeah,
and but that don't mean he bang.
Yeah, I just think you got songs like Fine China. You got what's the other one?
I know.
There's another song where it's just like an epic, like a movie. Justin Timberlake, he cool, and I understand what you mean by the formula, like starting off with a group, going your own. You know what I mean?
Hard to can't nobody do that shit, right?
That's true, but I kind of feel like Justin Timberlake, and I ain't knocking anybody's how they get what they get, but let's keep it real. Like Justin Timberlake works best with Timberland. You know what I'm saying? Like I think outside of that, I'm not really interested in what he's doing.
For real, both.
Yeah, but I say with Chris Brown, I mean, you know how Michael made them epics. You know what I mean? Like Moonwalker. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like a movie, a film. I think Chris Brown's the only artist currently, because even Usher tried it and nobody cared. You know what I mean? You know, I like Usher, but he can't make them epics. You know what I mean? Like Chris Brown, when he makes something like that, It was very reminiscent of Michael Jackson, very cinematic. And I don't know no other artist who can do that, who can dance like that and sing like that and not be winded. Only problem with Chris Brown now is I think he missed his mark and he like a crackhead. He need to work out, get his ass back. You know what I'm saying? It just don't look right, bro.
That shit, not me. He said that, not me.
Yo, Chris. I know why you're saying that too. I take all the heat.
Bro would tell me this shit to my face, like, yo, Justin is better, bro. He can dance, sing, he got the breaths, he can do all of that shit. It's all about if you feel like coming out today to make a record, bro. He gonna do Super Bowls. Chris not.
You don't think he'll do Super Bowl?
I mean, if they do it, it'd be funny.
I mean, he won't because I think it's his reputation.
Well, he can sing well, but he can't sing that well to let me put him on the middle of the field.
Chris Brown can't?
No, not to me.
You're wilding, sir. But what I will say is that there will be a women's march that same day that he does the Super Bowl, so it ain't happening.
Oh, please call me up. I mean, I'll probably be talking to you. I feel like a dunce if he goes on the Super Bowl. I just want to know.
Never.
He's gonna sing forever, and that is it.
Oh, you sound wild. I'm not even entertaining this part. I just say that I think that enough of, they won't let go of what he did in the past. And I think that they'll vote it off. It'll never happen. And by the way, the Super Bowl is the halftime show is currently run by Jay-Z. His best business part, his best product that Jay-Z ever made was Rihanna. And that's never happened.
I know my thought. That's why I said if this happens, I'll be a dunce.
Yeah, no, never. It would. I mean, the only way it would. I don't think if Rihanna wanted it, that it would happen. I think that she would get overstepped.
No, because Jay, like if you know Brooklyn dudes, like once they one way, that's it, bro. You watch that nigga be good with Dame for 20 years, and Dame said fuck this and messed up the business. He said bet me. He won't even send it.
He'll take a Chris Brown call though. He'll take a Chris Brown call. He'll take a call. I'm not saying he would,
because he gonna hit a bit. Love to hear the numbers. He love hearing numbers. But what twerks him is like what's gonna really be bigger numbers. If he put Chris Brown out there, I see him putting Chris Brown out there. Guess how he would do it with Rihanna.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I think it'd be so much. I think that's possible, but I think it'll be a lot of pushback. I think like the blowback would be too much. They'd be like, nah, why? Because we're gonna have, we're gonna have a women's march that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? I mean, it ain't worth it. But that's just me. That's what I think.
It with the whole thing. I mean, he's doing it double, man. I don't even be. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it stacked. Like he did the same thing, bro. He's got the same market rolling off of Megan Thee Stallion right now. Mm-hmm. This time he was actually able to put a Negro in jail over it.
Yeah,
it looks good, but then it don't look good at the end because now everybody sees it for the formula that it is. It's the victimized formula. And so, like, if people know the real story about Riri and Chris and why they fought, she was smacking his ass up too. It's just that they want to talk about it in the publicity. Oh, he got trained to do this. Well, shit, if somebody is hitting me, I'm going to try to stop them from hitting me, bro. It's just simple. And then they was on the way to the award show. How nerve-wracking would that be? We're on the way to the award show in this fucking $300,000 car, and you want to fight right now.
Hey, Cons, can you hold that thought? The views expressed by Continental Tea and Atlantis Found Records do not reflect those of Splendid Radio, Pharcyde TV. All right, continue. I just want to make sure that our sponsors.
Niggas know the story, know what the argument was, and everything. And that's how he was able to get off because he was messing with Clive Davis, one of the biggest. Clive Davis be hanging out with them Jeffrey Epsteins and stuff. So
can you hold on 1 second? Can you hold on 1 second? The views expressed by Continental Tea and Atlantis Found Records do not reflect those of Splendid Radio, Pharcyde TV. I'd like to repeat. Thank you.
I already know. But I'm just I say a little bit of it. I ain't gonna say too much.
Hey, you say a thing.
I mean, music and like the reality of it all, what sucks about it is it's like people's lives are literally being utilized as a form of publicity to sell other people's records. That's wild, G.
Yeah. What's your take, Smoosh? You kind of made some faces. You got to hear yo.
Aw, man. Oh man, I always got a mouthful to say, man. Tonight I'm just soaking it up, man. Just you know, just learning. But I will say this: uh, Chris Brown is not in any way anywhere in the same solar system as Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Please say that.
Not
Please.
in the same solar system. I mean, I understand that Jeremy, I could tell that he did things that were, man, Jeremy, he's a fan. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan. I'm not a fan.
You a fan, man.
I just like talking in facts. I'm not a fan of Chris Brown. No, I'm not.
Dude,
He got a couple songs I like though.
Michael Jackson, the history that Michael Jackson made, Chris Brown he was never even on a trajectory to come anywhere near that. Dude,
I think he got cut short.
He bought a publishing company.
He said he is tired of people trying to make that comparison.
Yeah.
No, Christopher said that.
No, I know. I heard him say that. Yeah.
Jeremy was saying that they were like on the same trajectory, and then something kind of happened.
Yeah. I definitely with Chris Brown. I think he was heading in that direction for sure. I think that just to be able to pull off,
was a better,
even that the flagrantness of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense to these guys. All of them. I think he had it. He's like the only one that had it personally. And I even say that I think Michael Jackson got cut down short too. I think Michael Jackson was about to do some way bigger things.
Classic man.
Dinner?
Man.
Okay, all right.
The classic man is
tell her I rescind the invite. She's no longer allowed to be on the
We talking about Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and you bring up Jadena?
That's a whole soundbite right there by itself.
Fine.
But yeah, okay, I'll be the controversial guy today. That's fine.
I had that real quick because I don't want to be that guy that's just being like hating on Chris, but I just think that he is super freaking talented. But like I said, he said himself, he is not in Michael's freaking range, bro.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's talented, but I'm not gonna give him like, man, that Michael Jackson is something else, man.
You never made me feel like Michael make me feel. Like, nigga, you can't play a Chris Brown song and be all in your feelings. Like, what the fuck? Like Michael's songs, and then he be up in there writing all of his shit, bro. That's too much. That's too much. If you ever like when he passed away, because my family from Gary, when he was a kid, he performed for my aunt Sue for her birthday party. So we go all back. So when he passed away, they invited my mama personally to come back to the neighborhood and to go through the house. They had this whole little memorial thing. But after you left that crib, they gave everybody that was, from Gary that came and got invited, they gave us all this personal CD. And if you listen to this CD, Jeremy, ask me to play you this when I see you, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, bro. It's outtakes of this nigga is doing his shit. Like literally in this one session, bro, where everybody's in there. I don't want to care about, they don't really care about us. He had all of his brothers and sisters up in there. No, Janet. You hear him doing that shit. No, Tito. They're all in the studio. So when he was making these big albums, writing this crazy stuff, he's got all these musicians in there. You can hear them all. And he's directing all of these musicians. And then he's writing this shit. Bro, he comes out and dances to it. Wow. I'm done with this man. After I heard, I cried. The first track, bro. That shit is wild, bro. That guy's
real quick, because we run out of time. We got a couple more chat questions. When the chat buzzing, I have to slide them in. I apologize. I'm gonna ask the one this one first because it's coming from a 16-year-old. She wants to know, what do you think of Ice Spice?
What do I think of what?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Damn, I get them questions like that.
My man.
Her, so you're asking me a real funny question. I'm like, I love my life, right? I think Ice Spice is doing well. and she keep doing her thing.
What you call it? You say media train? No, that's what.
Media train. Then they'll laugh about the laughter afterwards too. But I mean, it's respect to the game of understanding. You know, BX Shorty coming out and making music. People fuck with it. I can't hate that shit. Even kids is messing with it. Shorty just dropped a record called Fart.
Who did?
Ice Spice.
Really?
Yes. I think it's
It's called Fart?
yes, it's called Fart, Tyree.
Okay, now we trolling for real. Okay, all right. We trolling for real.
But it's called Fart.
All right, I have to listen to that.
But I mean, you know
Pretty
what
sure
I mean?
it's the shit.
The music is cool for what it is. You know, I love people that keep making music. When people talk about, you know, these industry plans, man, just know that them seeds do exist.
Interesting segue. All right, so the next
Beat on the next album.
You said what?
Let's see how that goes.
You said what?
I said I'm supposed to get a beat on the next album.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's hopefully
Well,
it's the
the
shit.
thing about it is though, it's like when we talk about writing records or something, my brother Tyree here. The thing is, when we come to writing records and making records, it's like I know how they want to suit up her records. And when you think about that, it's just like no different than thinking about Nicki Minaj's response to Megan Thee Stallion overnight. She's trying to keep straight hip hop, but she got a whole fire thing waiting for her. I'm just waiting on Megan Thee Stallion to respond to Nicki Minaj. Have y'all heard that?
Nah, wait, is she going to?
I'm saying Nicki's.
I heard the Nicki.
Yeah,
I heard Nicki's.
Second response is already done. It's fire. She been done.
Okay.
But Megan did what she did, but she didn't say no names. And then Nicki did her thing and she said names. She was called out for that lie that we know that's, you know, that Rock Nation lie we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. The views expressed by Continental T and Atlanta Sound Records do not reflect those. That's crazy. What? Next question. What was
get on public and say that? Come on, bro. She said that was glass fragments.
So the next question comes from Johnny Jones. He wants to know, what's your best session vibrationally?
Say that again.
What's your best session vibrationally?
What does that mean? What is my best? What do you think he means by that?
Vibrationally, I guess by like vibes, you know, that's the kids, that's how they talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, what session?
I'm saying like what like in my session to make it vibrate, or what's the best session I had that vibrated?
I think like what I guess like maybe who you was working with or who was in the studio at the time when you was like having good vibes.
Oh shoot, the first crazy session I ever really had. Shit, man. We go back to the first story. Shoot. Having Scarface come to my mother freaking crib 3 o'clock in the morning to listen to beats for hours while I make them and write raps. I think that was probably my first iconic session that had the most vibration and let me know what I was gonna do for sure. Yeah. Just to not tell too much. We can lean on that story. That was the initial.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's the segment. That's the end of the questions. I just wanted to make sure they get in before we close out.
So I'm gonna hit you with the last one, man. So making it through COVID, the world being shut down, the world being opened back up, everybody having to learn how to do stuff all over again, almost all over again. How do you see social progression moving in the next 2 years? You know, everything was super locked down. Now everything is super wide open. And where do you think everything is going?
Do I give them the deep answer or do you want the surface answer?
I want your answer.
All right, so basically I'm gonna tell you in 2 years things ain't gonna change like they could, because the trajectory of that is too short. The ideal of things changing, they're gonna be in at least in a decade of changes. So we've already started a change that already happened pre-COVID. that COVID just accelerated that change. Then you can go towards the other things that are happening in the world, whether it's, the climate, or you can get deeper and talk about how in the Bible it says Euphrates is supposed to dry up and it's drying up. So the stuff that we are worrying about changing in 2 years, it's like, man, there's so many different conversations with that. It's a political conversation, there's an environmental conversation, and then there's also a business conversation, because that affects the stock market and everything that we're doing to create money, right? So that as far as like progression in 2 years, I don't see it. Honestly, the cycle is supposed to progress, but I feel like it's over a 10-year type of span. And then I also feel like everybody may not have the same 10-year span. Like, you may see the progression in a different way for you than others may see. Where, to put it short, like the higher class are going to see a different change in 10 years than the middle class and the lower class. And so that aspect would just have a big, vast ideal where it's like, you could say in the next 10 years for me, Smooch, for me, shit, this was changing like this, and I caught this trajectory for life, right? And then somebody else is 10 years, I ain't see none of that. What the fuck? It did not help me in any type of way, right? So that's why I say the ideal of just trying to even figure out what will change. Like, people are everlastingly changing. We're always changing. It's just us now paying more attention. And I gain that to social media.
Nah, that's a fair one. I could take 2 slices of that. So if people want to check you out, where can they go to hear your music, see you on social media?
Continental T. Continental T. Continental T. CON. You spell the rest. Yeah, Continental T.
That's actually hilarious.
Matter of factly hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. And what's up with you, Jeremy? What you got going on?
Man, actually, it's funny. I was looking for my dates, but I can't find them. But regardless, I noticed I got some major dates coming up. I'm doing let's see. I'll be in Wyoming. Yeah, I'll be in Wyoming February 16th, 17th.
Wyoming.
Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah, that's and I got I'll be actually
Wyoming.
You said what?
What are you gonna eat in Wyoming?
I don't know what they do in Wyoming, honestly. I mean, I don't know nothing.
I want to talk to you. Jokes you're gonna kick in Wyoming.
Yeah. What else I'm doing? I got a Coachella Valley March 2nd, I believe.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then I got I'm doing St. Louis. I'll be at the St. Louis Helium March 27th. That's the show. That's the big show.
Whole Coachella?
Huh?
Are you gonna be there for whole Coachella or just for that night?
I think it's just Coachella Valley, like it's not the actual event.
No, I know you're not part of that because I would have seen it already, but you're part of the other side of the shit. That's still funded.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you be out there.
Yeah, I'll be out, yeah.
No, I'm gonna talk to you later about it.
Of course,
you know me, nigga. You know me. You can tell some jokes and get paid because everybody getting paid to do Coachella, anything.
Hey man, let me know. Should we figure it out? I'm saying.
Right now.
A wild ass quote, like, because he thought like,
I thought you want to close out now.
I gotta help my friend Keita cook some food.
Yeah.
My homie Tyree just came up in the building. Tyree just came in the building.
No,
jokes. Yeah. Y'all need to get him on the podcast.
It's nothing, man. Tyree, my guy. You already know.
This nigga over here.
Absolutely nothing.
No. Tyree, you stink. He didn't even hear that shit. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Nah, dope, dude. Thank you once again. This has been another episode of Splendid Radio.
Too. We can do this in person though, Jeremy. Just slide them through so we can do this in person.
Oh, absolutely.
The conversations. I want to make some music right now, G.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. Well, no, man. It's been another episode of Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV. Peace.